We had early access to the new Diablo Immortal Berserk update, Struggler's Path, and we're going to take you inside of the game right now so that you could have the same look that we had. Full transparency here, we had access to a developer's build, and I struggled. I had issues, technical issues to get in, so Indez was the one that actually captured all of this footage for me, so I only thought it was right to bring him on the channel so we could talk about that experience and show you guys everything. Indez, thanks for coming through and taking us through everything today.
No, I'm glad to bring up the footage and talk with you once again about Diablo Immortal because it is exciting news that are coming tomorrow on 1st of May.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. This is an update that I've been getting more excited about as time goes on, as I watch the comics myself, or I should say the anime. And what we're looking at here, I have about 20 minutes of different events that go on throughout this. And as you guys could see, you saw the initial event. Let's actually pull back really quickly to take a look at that. The Struggler's Path event right here, there's some really nice rewards that you get right off the bat. And how
Yeah.
difficult is it going to be for players to get these types of rewards right here? You have the portal, the frame, the legendary crest, the Crimson Bell gem.
No, this you just log in on 1st May and you get it. You get a free pool, a free cosmetic. So all of these things are gonna be for free. All of the after these, you need to do some tests. You get the points, the same old things, and you'll be able to actually get like these free cosmetics, the weapons, one for each class. This one I got the Dragon Slayer because on my testing server, my character was a barbarian.
Yeah, and watching this footage, it makes me want to switch to Barbarian tomorrow because that looked freaking badass, man. I think I'm going to switch from Necro to Barb today. All right, so we're getting into some of the Phantom Market cosmetics, right? Now, there's two phases of this. Tell us how this works. I didn't know what it was going to cost because you're actually getting two cosmetics. Kind of fill me in there.
So they actually changed if you can stop like right here at this critical moment, because they changed the way you pull. Before you had a couple of pulls, but there was always a chance that even if you were a free-to-play player, you could actually get it like the free cosmetic. Like you had a 0.001% chance of getting it, but if you play it through, you're gonna actually see it that now you need to do 4 pulls before you have access to those major like rewards on top. And then it's gonna be like 3 pulls, so it's gonna be a total of let me see, like 12 pulls that you actually will have to do. There's several phases, and once you're gonna hit like these 3 pulls, there's gonna be a 50% chance of you getting or the Griffith, which is the white one, or the Guts armor, the dark one. So I really feel like personally they just added the Griffith so people can keep pulling. And if you're very unlucky and you miss this 50-50, it's gonna cost you a total of $250 to actually get it.
Which is actually less than double the price, but you're also only getting, so if I'm looking at this right here, I see the 4 pulls that you're talking about. You're gonna get these 4
Yeah.
pulls right down here before you go. I also see that you have 12 different stages right here of
Mhm.
the bonus rewards, right? I agree with you. The Guts cosmetic is kind of the one that everyone's gonna want. We'll see at
Yeah.
the end as well. Like you get a really good look at it. All right, I'm gonna keep playing this through so we could see. But all right, so they basically took out the free-to-play luck of actually pulling the main cosmetic.
Yeah, there's no chance for you to not to get it,
Oh,
and I feel like it was already so hard, but
yeah.
you could always hope that you were not gonna get that emoji, right? There was always like this hope, and yeah, I feel like now they just like did it the free to play players kind of dirty, in a way.
Hmm.
So if you get like very unlucky, it's gonna cost you like a lot more money to actually go and get it. Here, I got lucky on the 50% chance of getting the Guts first. So if you want, then I will be done, right? But now all you're left it is 2 pulls, and these 2 pulls gonna be a total cost of like 4,000 orbs, which is gonna add that extra cost on top, like
Yeah.
around like 70 euros or something like that. And yeah, if you're unlucky, you can actually go and spend up to $250. It is very like way more expensive that it was in the past. In the past was already pretty expensive, 180, 170 around like those, and now
Yeah.
we just add $80 on top of it. things are getting very expensive, and I feel like the quality, like it looks, the guts one looks cool, but it's not like, oh my god, it's mind blowing, right? Like, but in game, if you see here, definitely whenever you add all these effects, you know, like the aura around you whenever you run, yeah, obviously it's gonna look way cooler. And I'm using also here the free cosmetic with the Dragon Slayer on my weapons, and yeah, it's gonna look cool. Is it looking like a $250 cosmetic? That's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing is, and I've always said this about the game, I'm never going to complain about the price of cosmetics. I'd rather they can charge whatever they want for cosmetics if there
Yeah,
wasn't pay to win in the game, but there is as well, right? So now the
yeah.
cosmetics are like an addition. I don't mind expensive cosmetics in a game that's purely monetized by cosmetics, but that's not the case here. All right, so first of all, cosmetic looks really good on the barbarian, and it's expensive to get there. Hopefully this style of Phantom Market is not what it's going to be going forward. Like, hopefully it's not always going to be like this. I would
Yeah,
anticipate it's not, because we're most often not going to have a side-by-side two characters.
yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
now we're getting into this Zod battle. I want to hear what this battle felt like. Something that we're always saying is the battle going to be just super easy, a super easy walk through some new rewards? How did it feel?
So on this character, it is not optimized at all character. It's just a testing character. Only had like 35 combat rating, so I had to do this in Inferno 2, which, you know, made it like slightly harder to play. Also, I didn't change my build. I'm just like using whatever they gave me. So I think I'm using like the Inferno 6 ancestors, and you can see that I'm actually struggling. And well, spoiler alert, I'm actually gonna die. So that felt kind of nice, but my thing is that I probably, whenever I'm gonna go live into the live server and I'm gonna be on my character, I'm just gonna go there and we're gonna kill it very easily. I really wish that it was like this, and as you can see here, like we just changed to the second phase where he gets like the wings. I think like you need the Crimson Bellets equipped. That's what it says on the patch notes. So I'm also using the Crimson Bellet. It is a pretty good gem that we also gonna talk about it,
Yeah.
because it procs damage, also procs some damage reduction. I liked it. I liked it very much, and the fight itself, if you see here, at least on the testing server, because the character is so weak, it allows you to see the whole fight and actually struggle a bit. But this is exactly what we were talking the last time, that a fight should be. It doesn't need to be like extremely challenging. It just needs to be slightly long enough so you're able to at least see the mechanics and how the boss looks like.
Yeah, I agree. You want it to be beatable, but you don't want it to be something where you do a few slices and the enemy's taken down, right? So,
Yeah, exactly.
and I'd be curious when when the update drops tomorrow, we could actually get into this fight, how it feels with our optimized builds. Like, we have builds that are quite a bit stronger with what you were messing with here. This is actually pretty cool. I like the cutscenes in here that they're doing. It's actually kind of reminding me a bit more of like the Diablo fight than some of the boss fights that we've had in the past. There's a cinematic value to it. I think that was the third cutscene inside of this fight that's
Yeah.
being offered here.
Yeah, these are the last phase. The last phase where he goes like into a rampage mode. He starts actually hitting like pretty hard here, to a point where I'm actually trying to dodge like its abilities. And I think like if you see, he picks you up, he smash you down. Now he's gonna try to jump, and yeah, and you're gonna see it. I'm like running for my life and I just die. You know, so I feel like this level, it is quite nice. Like it's a level of challenge that I'll like to see more in when it comes to PvE, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible in the live server. But this was fun.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Here you go. You finally took him down. And it sounds like, I mean, and if we're playing it on Inferno 6 as well, obviously the boss is going to be more difficult, right? So
Yeah, of
even
course.
with our enhanced builds, hopefully it's not just a walkthrough. So that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. It seems like the experience was good for you. Looks like we're jumping into Survivor's Bane here next, which, as I've said many times, it's probably my favorite. It is my favorite special game mode. They're bringing us an Eclipse with some new enemies, and they're bringing us some new bosses. Was it really that different? As I watch you go through this, I see there's not really any new skills or anything. You're running around with the cosmetic, which again looks awesome. How did it feel? What was new about it? was it really worth all the hype?
I mean, like you have a different map, and you have the Eclipse feature that is gonna proc like every once in a while. It's gonna increase your damage. It's gonna increase the movement speed of the mobs and the spawn rate. And like I did it a few times. It's like pretty much just Survivor's Bane, and with a small gimmick. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I mean, like I will still do it because I still think it's fun. But it's not like something to be like extremely excited about that it's gonna be like something game changer. And I didn't see the bosses. Like at the end, I always got like the same bosses that I had. Maybe the bosses are hidden and we still didn't get it. Like you see here, the Eclipse is gonna be on for like 1 minute. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have extra damage, and you're also gonna have extra movement speed and spawn rate on the mobs. And yeah, it's just like pretty much Survivor's Bane.
Survivor's Bane with an eclipse once in a while is basically what we're looking at.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's skip through and get on to some of the next things as well. I mean, at the end of the day, I play Survivor's Bane no matter what because I like it at least to gain all the
Yeah.
rewards from it. So yeah, this is what I really had some questions about. I saw you ran. Okay, there you go. Those are your rewards. Let's take a look at this familiar. Answer the question for me. Let's make it. I'm gonna probably pause here actually because you may want to say some things. Is it a new familiar or is it a new familiar cosmetic? Because the patch notes were very hard to actually decipher what it was. It seems like they were saying it was both.
No, it is just a cosmetic. You get it. It's the same, exactly the same thing as the Murloc. You're
Yeah.
gonna have the rare one. You're gonna have the premium one. The premium one is gonna be able for you to actually go and change a few things. You see here, like you can put the beard. Obviously, I'm gonna use this one if I have it. Uh, and it's just like something that it adds like some cuteness into the game. I like that these things that you get the cosmetic and then you can customize it for free in a way, like because you already paid. It's not like we had with the Phantom cosmetic. You bought the Phantom cosmetic, and then if you wanted to customize it, you also had to pay extra.
Yeah.
Imagine you get these and you have still to pay extra to get the beard, to get like the bottom. Like that's what I didn't like on the other cosmetics. I feel like if you already paid, the change of the cosmetics on it should be included here. I also show like how you're gonna get it. It can be a total, if you're very unlucky, it can cost you around like 3,200 orbs, which is around like 52 euros, $52.
Okay, so at worst, we're looking at a $52 cosmetic. The customization's cool, but it's also limited, right? Like there were like 4 head pieces, 3 bottom
Yeah,
pieces that you could choose from. It's not like you have this unlimited library of
yeah,
things to switch. But still really cool. I like the feature. I think it's cool looking. I'm kind of tired of running with the Murloc, so this is
yeah.
a
Same.
good switch. All right, so you run. What is it you do over here? Oh, you're just doing more pet
I'm
stuff.
just pulling.
We can move on through.
Yeah.
You're messing around with the pet. Cool. All right, let's talk about the Crimson Gem here. First of all, it looks so weird, man. It's just such a
Yeah.
strange looking gem. But what you're doing is here, you spend a little bit of time upgrading it, getting it to a level that you want to work with. Give us your thoughts on the gem overall now that you've actually had your hands on it, even if it was only just for a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like the gem does exactly what you already expected, right?
Hmm.
Like the part that I actually tested and I saw the biggest difference was whenever I was fighting the Zod, that I saw it like I went below 50% HP and it procced the damage reduction, and you could actually feel that damage reduction. The fear, I will have to still test it like in PvP how it's gonna be, because I feel like once everyone has a gem that is giving fear, it's gonna be pretty toxic in PvP. That's my only concern. And yeah, it's a very, very powerful gem. It's a 2-star that it is good in PvP, it is good in PvP, and it's like good for literally every class.
Is it a great gem that even whales that rocks 5-star gems are going to want to have in, or no? Because it's going to have that resonance issue for those. I know you're free to play. I
Yeah,
know that a lot of your community is low spend.
yeah. For the, if you are like 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, maybe not. Only if you want to drop it because you want the fear.
Hmm.
But most likely you are already using like such a powerful gem with like a lot of gems inside, boosting your resonance by like 1 or 2,000. Just I don't know if the trade-off is gonna be good to have. But definitely, if you are maybe like a mid spender, low spender, or free to play, this is a gem. It is actually great. However, I also have to say that if we're just talking mainly and pure mainly on the PvE side, this 30% damage increase, it is most likely one of the biggest increased size gems, increased damage gems that we have in the game, and you probably actually want to slot that in into your PvE legendary gem setup, even if you are a whale.
Yeah. All right. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, that flat damage increase that you're getting, it's powerful. We've seen it in other gems as well, and we're seeing it here. All right. As you finish up this boss, I think you then take us through some cosmetics and what that all looks. Oh, you dropped a crimson.
Yeah, here it was just to show. I was trying to see if you could actually drop it inside the Elder Rifts. So you can craft it, you can actually drop it. There's going to be a few ways that you can actually get it.
Yeah. And in addition to that, did you modify your drop table? Because I know the modified drop tables are coming as well. Was that
Yeah,
something that was able to be
yeah.
seen?
Yeah, you could go and you could that you have like this legendary banner. It was pretty bugged inside the private server, but you can
Okay.
select 16, then you can select the ones that you want to have like the higher chance on it, which Crimson Bellet is included.
Got it. All right, makes sense. At the end of the day, new cosmetics, Survivor's Bane change, new pet that's going to be around 50 or something bucks that you could customize, new boss battle, which was actually felt pretty good. Um, Overall impression, do you think that this update's going to live up to the hype? And also, one thing I wanted to say regarding the cosmetics here, I think what with these crossover events, what Blizzard expects is a lot of people from Berserk to be interested in saying, "Oh, I have to try that." And those people that are huge Berserk fans are going to be like dying over this stuff because they're massive fans. So while we look at it and say, "Okay, that's not bad compared to other cosmetics we've had inside of the game," Berserk fans, are going to go crazy. Like if they did a He-Man collab and they had He-Man and Skeletor, no matter how good or bad it was, I would be all over it and I would be getting them because, I love that. It's the nostalgic element from when I was a kid. But your overall impression of everything here?
I feel like this whole event definitely is gonna bring some hype to Berserker fans and also some players like myself. I also like the Berserker IP. It was a collab that I was not expecting at all,
Yeah.
but I feel like it kind of will merge very well. The whole impression and how it's gonna be, most likely you're gonna have fun for like 1 or 2 days. You're gonna do everything. You're gonna kill the boss. You most likely gonna try for the next month to get like the ranks on your Crimson Ballot, and then you're pretty much gonna be done.
Yeah.
Like there's not something like very long term when it comes to these events, but it's still always like something exciting and to bring some hype into the game.
Yeah, and that's honestly what we could expect from most updates. Even when we get a new zone, it's basically like the same thing, right? Not that
Yeah.
it's the same thing, but it's the same progress afterward. You play it, you get through it, and about a month later,
Yeah.
it's what's next. Man, I really appreciate you coming through. Not only is it always great to have you, but I was unable to grab this footage without you this time, so you kind of helped me out big time. If you want to check out what Indez has to say on his video, I'll be linking it in the description of this one. Go make sure you check out his channel, show him some love. He live streams regularly as well. Dude, thanks so much for coming through, and I hope that you crush it in the update.
Thank you for having me.
Take care, guys.